In the Premier League, there has been dynamic duos, players that telepathically communicated on the pitch. When one had possession, the other knew exactly where to go. Sergio Aguero had Kevin De Bruyne. Didier Drogba had Frank Lampard. Harry Kane had Son Heung-min. Fernando Torres had Steven Gerrard. And last but not least, Olivier Giroud had Mesut Ozil. But when we talk about centre-back partnerships, if I were to ask you about legendary duos that you can think of, you would quickly kick off things with John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho at Chelsea, then follow it up with Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic at Manchester United. Then probably start scratching your head up a little bit because it's not so easy to come by. Most teams end up being blessed with one world-class defender and another sort of an understudy or a sidekick if you'd like, primarily relying on the action of the other during high-stakes defensive actions, which by the way is almost all actions done by a defender. Think of Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip, and with all due respect to Joel, who was a master at jockeying, but you get the picture. In the modern era, that is over the past 5 years or so, there has emerged two centre-back partnerships in the Premier League that have caught the attention of many. One at Liverpool with Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, and the other at the heart of North London with Gabriel Magalhães and William Saliba. The latter has broken various metrics in the defensive department, quickly becoming a wall in front of the Arsenal goal, very difficult to break down. Now, before these two even showed up together in the red and white of Arsenal, they were learning their trades a bit further southeast in France. Gabriel joined Lille in January of 2017, signing a 4.5-year deal with the Ligue 1 side. After playing 7 matches for Lille, he was sent out on loan to Troyes, where he only played 1 match, before moving to Dinamo Zagreb on another loan, where he also played a single match before returning back to Lille in 2018, where he started playing more regularly, forming a partnership with Jose Fonte under then manager Christophe Galtier. The manager commented about how patient Gabriel was and added that he saw a lot of potential as he was hungry to play and seized opportunities as they fell on his lap. During the same period, 364 miles southeast of Lille, William Saliba was also making his professional debut for Saint Etienne in a 3-2 win over Toulouse in the league. He was signed by Arsenal at the end of the season on a long-term contract, having made only 13 appearances for Saint Etienne and was sent back on loan to the club. His journey to playing for Arsenal was, however, shrouded by deals between clubs being delayed for whatever reason, and for a while, since 1920, he kept on moving clubs in France on loan deals, starting from Nice, then Marseille, before finally making his return to Arsenal in 22-23. Where he made his debut in the Premier League against Crystal Palace on the 5th of August 2022, producing a faultless performance that afternoon as they beat Palace 2-0 away at Selhurst Park. However, in March of 2023, Saliba picked up a back injury, sidelining him for an extended period, destabilizing Arsenal's defensive structure as they lost out on the league title narrowly that season to eventual champions Manchester City. He was awarded Arsenal's Player of the Month in September and October, quickly establishing his importance to the team. Mikel Arteta heaved praises on how good he was and how quick his adaptation had been, but he was yet to see him move to yet another new dimension. Arsenal, however, entered a poor form in late 2020, where they struggled for victories and got kicked out of various competitions later on in 2021, finishing trophyless during that period. Before the beginning of the 2023-2024 season, William Saliba extended his contract with Arsenal to 2028, even though there was transfer rumors linking him with a move away to Real Madrid. Madrid was initially confident of luring him to the Santiago Bernabeu because of the strong French contingent at the club. However, the deal eventually ran cold. Arsenal continued to strengthen the squad with signings of Kai Havertz from Chelsea, Declan Rice from West Ham, confirming David Raya's loan deal from Brentford to a permanent transfer, and the addition of Hurrien Timber from Ajax. During this season, Arsenal became extremely defensively solid, only conceding 23 goals all season, with the all-time record set at 15 with Jose Mourinho's Chelsea in 2004-2005 season. Signs of solidity for the coming seasons was there, as the squad consisted of very young players. Despite missing out on the league with just 2 points, they had created a defensive unit that any team would not want to play against. They gave up the fewest shots per game. That would definitely lead to conceding the fewest number of chances, but crucially enough, Gabriel and Saliba proved to be proactive defenders, looking to pinch the ball in front of the opposition forwards, though neither being rash, giving up relatively the least number of fouls per game compared to others in the league. Their physicality, mobility, and intelligence to defend 1v1 from then on has proven to allow the 8 other outfield players to push forward and pen their opposition in. However, it is important to note that this has also been possible mainly because of how Arsenal plays with and without possession, favoring defensive solidity over rash attacking impulses. This has also led to set pieces becoming a key attacking output for them, a department that has elevated Gabriel's strengths in the air, being a very potent threat on corners and free kicks. With great deliveries into the box, he has become a nightmare for opponents, becoming the highest scoring defender in the Premier League since his debut in 2020 with 20 goals. In 2024-2025, they also missed out on the league with 8 points to Liverpool, with Manchester City having the worst season in a decade. However, the defensive department did some brilliant work, delivering the league's joint most clean sheets with 15, tied with Nottingham Forest. However, doubts had started being cast on how this nearly team kept on falling short in the most decisive moments, and whether they would even go the whole way before this golden generation falls into pieces, more like the Belgian national team did. And with no shade to the Belgian national team, they would have done better with that team, if I'm being honest. The Arsenal have become bottlers and constant recipients of banter until the beginning of the 2025-2026 season. After the defending champions Liverpool began the season with a 100% win record for the first 5 matches, including beating Arsenal at the Emirates, all hope seemed lost for the Gunners, until they went on an unbeaten run, only stopped by Aston Villa at Villa Park in December with a last-minute strike from Emiliano Buendia. This impressive run this season has left them 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League, leading the Champions League table format and guaranteed passage to the knockout stages, alive in both FA Cup and League Cup competitions. Now, the aura around Arsenal is different. These players are ready to claim trophies. And as Saliba went on to Instagram after the EFL Cup semi-final first leg tie win against Chelsea and said, "We want to win everything. I am tired of finishing the season without anything in my pocket. Now we have 4 competitions to win. My pocket was empty last year. Now we want to win. Of course it's not easy. It's easy to say it, but we want to prove it on the pitch. And we will give everything to win every title." It is often said that attacks win new matches, but defenses win new titles. These two are genuinely the best partnership in Europe's top 5 leagues at the moment. Can they go all the way and finally return Arsenal on the map?